Have you ever happened to wonder, what have I been doing with this? It's not that I don't touch it. It's not that there isn't anything I couldn't think of to do with it. It's that there's a lot to figure out what to do with it. I'm 41 Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, and hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Temple of Ianite. Oh my god, someone actually used that chat. More to spark soon, but moving on. I'm just going to try to ignore that. I doubt someone's going to use it for too much further. But yeah, I've been having a heck of a time working on this. Like, I've been trying to figure out how to kind of tie it in a little better to itself. Specifically from this. This is my biggest issue and concern. Like, how am I supposed to link all of these places to this without it making it awkward or incredibly travel heavy? And when I say incredibly travel heavy, I mean incredibly travel heavy. Like, the thing is, the transfer back and forth is very out there and awkward. So that's been an issue for me. That's been a major issue to me. So there is a lot for me to figure out pertaining to that. But other than that, I've made a few places a little more accessible than before. I've added a few more interesting detailed touches to things. I've made things look a little more supported and even filled out a decent amount of emptier space. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out a number of things I could do to improve upon. And one of the things I concluded was to sort of fill in this space maybe a little more. Like, a few gaps to the sky is fine, but I think there's such thing as too plain and too much. So I've also been using the newer blocks and such, trying to figure out how I should be using them, what the balance to that is, but since they're so new, I want to use them a lot, but at the same time, I feel like I probably should not be using them this much. I feel there is probably some kind of more adequate way to kind of use them, and some kind of other blocks I should be using in correlation to them to sort of tone them down a bit. But at the same time, I really do like them. Like, Endstone, I feel like Endstone bricks was very needed. These end rods were also pretty cool. The purpur, we had a particular lacking of purple blocks, actually. Like, I'm surprised we don't have an amethyst block, to be honest. Or amethyst in general, like, that would be cool. Like, maybe it'd have, like, some kind of special use. Like, personally, I kind of want it where, kind of like how in MMOs there's, like, those things you can use to upgrade weapons by, like, tossing them into the weapons, like some kind of gem or something, like in Diablo. Or if it's, certain other games, there's, like, other forms of upgrades, kind of similar, but usually of something different. So yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool, and it might even, like, affect, like, some sort of enchantment tint or something. I think that would be particularly awesome. But moving on, I do need to, the blocks were kind of needed, and they were kind of necessary, but I feel like I kind of went a little overboard to some degree with them, so I do need to sort out a few things to working with them compared to what I have done with them, I feel. Exactly what I need to do, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm sure there's an answer to that somewhere in this inventory. I can feel it, it's there, I can smell it. It smells good. Real good. But less creepiness and more productiveness. So besides that, there is quite a lot to sort through besides that. Structure wise, like I want to fill in a lot more empty space. Like as is, this is a lot of empty space to me. I feel like there's something I could be doing with this space somehow. Like some kind of more interesting set of beams or something, some way, somehow, with like patterns or something. Or maybe some kind of structure or two. And maybe I could like connect to this or something. Maybe it could be like a little high-ranking room or something. The possibilities are quite up there. But the real issue is transferring back and forth from down here to anywhere else is very, very awkward. And that's where my real problem about all of this is, actually. Like, I feel that needs to be fixed. But my one issue about that is I'm not sure how to fix that yet. So far, the best resolve seems to be basically just building some kind of stairwaying bridge going up to somewhere up here. Or even, like, from the side of this or something going down. But, like, more steep than all of this. And I think that would be kind of interesting to look at. It'll definitely make people think a little more about the layout and setup. I actually might try that. Like, using actual stairs rather than half slabs. In, like, these pretty thick amounts. Where it's, like, going down every 4, essentially. Or I should say, going down a half every 4. So that means it goes down 1 every 8. So this is very, not steep at all. So stairway would probably cut that by quite a lot going downward. In terms of space this way. So that is actually a thing for me to consider. I might actually just toss it into this spot. I think that's actually fair and ideal. Maybe have it like come down to this. See if I can make it come close to lining up. Or actually, does it line up? I don't think so perfectly, but it does pretty close. I'm actually surprised about that fact. But yeah, that might actually happen. But yeah, I definitely need a few more ideas for tying things together and sorting things out. I may try to add a few more structures in the air. Or at least I would definitely like to. Like, the thing I want to particularly situate the most is up and down travel. That is one of my biggest concerns. And then I want to sort of revamp the looks by a lot. Then besides all that, back here I want to situate outside, I want to situate more landscape and maybe even polish up the exterior. Like, I've tried a few things already, but these are kind of minor compared to the rest of what's actually around, so progress, people, progress. But yeah, I think that's about as much as I really have to talk about for you today. I'm 41 Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, and have a good day. Bye bye.